Money is the lifeblood of junior exploration. You need to drill to advance your project, but drilling is expensive. The CEO of Oreninc and Soar Financial is Kai Hoffmann. He follows the financings in the junior space. Kai, welcome back to Kitco.
Great to see you again, Michael.
Big picture, Kai, where are we? I looked at your chart for Oreninc. We had a high in December, but it looks like we've been sliding since then.
It is a weird moment in time right now. Like, we're looking at 1835 gold, and there is no momentum in our sector, the junior mining sector. We are raising money, and we're seeing it in this week's deal flow. But until then, it was pretty bleak. Like, companies didn't really dare stepping out of the door, holding out their hat asking for cash. And I think they're still a bit hesitant just based on conversations I had the last few days. Actually, I just came from a lunch conversation saying companies are holding back. He knows at least of 2 companies that are waiting to put a financing out, but they're hesitant. So it's a bit of a weird picture out there right now.
Let's frame the discussion. So you have Oreninc, which is a tracking of the weekly financings that you have. Noted that in December you did hit a high. We've been sliding since then, but you just noticed an uptick in the last week.
Yeah, we have been sliding. Year end is usually strong because investors have to figure out where to put their money. And if we look back, 2021 was a phenomenal year for financings. It was the strongest financing year we've seen at Oreninc since 2011. And 2011 was an over-the-top, like fluffy or like super flush market when it comes to investment and into junior miners. It doesn't feel like that at all. Like, we've raised $6.8 billion, as I said, but the market sentiment is not there. Some of the juniors are cashed up, yes, but not all of them. And having conversations again with juniors this past week as well, they need to raise cash soon. It's financing season. PDAC was supposed to be around the corner, which is prime financing season, because that's when you usually kick off your discussions. But it's not happening. We're not seeing it. And there's one I would say transformational deal, but one deal that's definitely attracting a lot of attention in the sector right now, and that's Cisco Development raising about $200 million, upsized a number of times. And that is pretty much as we raised the whole January and February combined. And that says a lot.
This is going to be a tough period right now for raising money, just with the actions with the Fed. We're not going to have the easy money that we had in the year prior.
Yeah, the tapering definitely plays a factor. And I think investors are waiting for what the Fed is actually going to do. Is it going to be 25 basis points, 50 basis points? I think that's what we're trending towards, although investors are scared of that. Gold is playing roller coaster with us a little bit. If you look at the chart, like, it first crashed today, then it rallied, then it dumped again. And then that's exactly what we're seeing in investor sentiment. Like, there's a couple of days we had in January where I thought, wow, we're off to the races. Juniors were green, my watch list and my investments were green. But all of a sudden, like, we had days and days of red. And that keeps continuing. And I don't see that changing anytime soon unless we have some certainty from the Fed. We got to wait till March till we know what's up, actually.
The markets, of course, are bullish on battery metals. They continue to be bullish on battery metals like copper, nickel, and lithium. Are you seeing that in your numbers, the difference between that and, say, the precious metals?
We do, actually. And surprisingly, in January, the biggest financing was a lithium deal. So as I said, we raised about $230 million year to date. And the biggest financing was a lithium transaction with $52 million, or $53 million, actually. And that's 25% of overall volume. That was tremendous. Followed by a copper and gold deal, followed by a nickel deal. Those were the top 3 financing. So I think that answers your question.
Tell us about Soar Financial Session 11 being held next week, Kai.
Yeah, we're excited. It's the 11th installment already of our mini-series. Just a compact conference, only 3 hours long. We have 8 companies, 2 keynote speakers presenting. Brian Lenny and Jeff Clark, really excited to have them come on. Jeff, for example, is going to talk about the trends in M&A. He sees it accelerating. He's going to talk about some of his favorite targets. And we've got 8 fantastic companies, one of which just put out some fantastic drill results this morning, Arizona Sonoran, in the copper space. And the stock rallied 18%. So we're super stoked to have them join us. George Ogilvy, known from Kirkland Lake days, will be presenting. So I think that should attract some investors and some eyeballs. And of course, it's free to attend. It's soarfinancial.com/events to sign up. And looking forward to seeing everybody. And one thing we're offering, maybe for your international German-speaking audience, we do live translation into German simultaneously. So,
Kai, thanks for speaking with Kitco.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
He's the CEO of Oreninc and Soar Financial. My name is Michael McRae, and you're watching Kitco Mining.